Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yandan with Evening News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says new national education policy focuses on providing self-confidence to youth through education and skill to build Aatmanirbhar Bharat. Centre allows more private hospitals to administer COVID-19 vaccine. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio receives first dose of Covishield vaccine. Appeals all to get vaccinated without any hesitation. And Vice President Venkaiah Naidu urges everyone to put in dedicated efforts to save, preserve wildlife. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that the union budget has broadened the government's efforts to link education with employability and entrepreneurial capability. He said the second biggest focus after health in this year's budget is on education, skill, research and innovation. Addressing a webinar on implementation of budget in education sector, Modi said to build Aatmanirbhar Bharat, the youth of the country needs self-confidence, which is directly connected to their education, knowledge and skill. He said a new national education policy has been developed with this key thought. The Prime Minister also said, in the new national education policy, the use of Indian languages has been encouraged and it is the responsibility of the experts of every language to see that the best content of the world be made available in Indian languages. The union government has removed time constraints for COVID vaccination at hospitals and has allowed the facility for 24/7 vaccination facility. Confirming the decision today, Union Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan said that the hospitals don't have to necessarily stick to a fixed schedule to vaccinate people against COVID-19 and can extend or advance the vaccination schedule any day. He added that this will help speed up the vaccination drive as more and more people become eligible for the life-saving jabs. Dr. Harsh Vardhan stated that since all hospitals, including private and government, are involved in the inoculation drive and are linked with a go-win system, the flexible schedule allowed by the government will be applicable to both. He asserted that a flexible timing will also avoid crowding at the vaccination sites. The Health Minister added that states and union territories, in consultation with private hospitals, should open vaccination slots for 15 days to a month and announce this as part of their vaccine timetable. The centre has also decided to allow all the private hospitals empanelled to Ayushman Bharat, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, central government health scheme, and similar state health insurance schemes can function as COVID vaccination centres. In a press release, the government has said that the decision was taken to utilise 100% capacities of all private hospitals. The government also permitted those private hospitals not empanelled with their three schemes as a COVID vaccination centres. It said a private hospital will work as COVID vaccination centres if they have adequate number of vaccinators, adequate space for observation of the vaccinated, adequate cold chain arrangement, and adequate arrangement for management of adverse event following immunization. Ensuring the adequate allocation of vaccines to all hospitals, the government said the centre has adequate stock and will provide the required vaccine doses to the states and union territories. It added that states and union territories should not store, reserve, conserve or create a buffer stock of the COVID vaccines at the state and district levels. The government also asked all private vaccination centres to have in place effective crowd management protocols along with facilities for sitting, water and proper signage. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio today received the first dose of Covishield vaccine. It was administered along with his wife Venkaiah Rio at Naga Hospital Authority, Kohima and NHK. Chief Minister Rio said the vaccine is safe and the state is proud that the country has made its own vaccine. Expressing hope that the country will become healthier, Rio urged the people not to take anything for granted despite less COVID-19 positivity and appealed everyone to come forward and take the vaccine without hesitation. He also encouraged all to go to the nearest facility available and get themselves vaccinated. Deputy Chief Minister Y. Button, Advisor School Education K.T. Sukalo, and Advisor for National Highways and Treasuries and Accounts Dr. Longtriniken were among the host of dignitaries who took the vaccination today at NHAK. Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pangyapom received the first shot of the Covishield vaccine from Dimapur Hospital, Dimapur. He was accompanied by Minister of Soil and Water Conservation, Geology and Mining, V. Kashiho Sangdam, and Advisor Urban Development and Municipal Affairs, Dr. Nikesale Nikikere, who also took their first doses. Provisional COVID-19 certificates were handed over to them after taking the first dose. The Health Minister also appealed to the people of the state, starting from Kohima in Dimapur up to far-flung areas, to come forward for vaccination. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. On the occasion of World Wildlife Day today, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu urged everyone to put in dedicated efforts to save and preserve wildlife and create greater awareness on the need to maintain a healthy ecological balance on our planet. Naidu said that we need to make environment-friendly choices and ensure that natural habitats are not disturbed so as to hand over a healthier planet to future generations. He said that the protection of wildlife and environment is the constitutional duty of citizens. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has saluted all those working towards wildlife protection. He said, be it lions, tigers and leopards, India is seeing a steady rise in the population of various animals. Modi added that people should do everything possible to ensure protection of the country's forest and safe habitats for animals. The entire rail network in the country will be fully electrified by 2023, while all rail networks will run on renewable energy by 2030. This was stated by Railway Minister Piyush Goyal while addressing the Maritime India Summit 2021. He said the government is working on multimodal logistical solutions to bring down the cost of transportation and increase the supply chain efficiency. The minister said integration of road, rail and waterways can truly make India one nation, one market, one supply. Goyal added that upgrade, create and dedicate are the three mantras of the government for the infrastructure sector. COVID-19 recovery rate in the country has touched 97.06%. The Health Ministry said over 13,000 people were discharged in the last 24 hours. Till now, over 1,08,12,000 people have recovered from the COVID-19 infection. In the last 24 hours, around 15,000 new cases were reported. With this, the total number of cases have reached over 1,11,00,000. The ministry said 98 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. So far, over 1,56,00,000 beneficiaries have been vaccinated. In Nagaland, 5 new positive cases of COVID-19 have been reported from Kohima today, taking the tally to 12,205. With this, the number of active cases has been added to 12, while the total recovered cases remained at 11,949. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, wash hands frequently with soap and water, or use hand sanitizer, and follow social distancing norms. And now to enter news, here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says new national education policy focuses on providing self-confidence to youth through education and skill to build Aatmanirbhar Bharat. Centre allows more private hospitals to administer COVID-19 vaccine. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio receives first dose of Covishield vaccine, appeals all to get vaccinated without any hesitation. And Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu urges everyone to put in dedicated efforts to save and preserve wildlife. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.